Hi everyone, Irina is here for my first ever webinar in English. And I really hope that you can hear me, you can see me. Please give me some feedback if someone is watching that we can communicate via chat. Anyways, so today's topic is meditation. And before we jump or dive into that topic, I really would like to tell several couple words about myself. So know I know Silva Method for 17 years. And thank you so much for your feedback. 17 years, and I always begin to tell that I know, but it's not equal practicing, right? So I know Silva Method for 17 years, but I've been really practicing, daily practicing on a daily basis for about maybe 8 years. And I'm Laura's student, certified instructor by Laura Silva. And of course, I'm here not to replace our lovely Laura. I'm here to share my knowledge, which I've been gathering through these years of practicing, learning, and implementing Silva with Silva community. Whoever wants to learn Silva method and mental techniques, what Jose Silva developed. So, what is the structure of today's webinar? I will share my experience, what I wanted to hear about meditation and where to start in the beginning, because I also had some struggles in the very beginning with meditation, and I couldn't even imagine number 3, number 2, or something else. But slowly, with thanks to Silva Method, I really changed my life. I attracted my husband, and I created really many nice things in my life. And I will share my story slowly with you during live sessions. So right now I will switch on my slides. I like to have structure. I like to have slides, and you will be seeing more slides in the future. So before we dive in, I really want to ask you one question. You're here, obviously you want to learn how to meditate, right? Because the title of our webinar, meditation, what works. So please, I will be really thankful if you will be active in the chat and you tell me, why do you want to meditate? Because once we understand the purpose why you want to meditate, it's gonna be easier for you to create time, space, to gather knowledge about meditation. It's not someone told you, or maybe because it's modern, maybe everyone does that, or maybe something else. So why do you want to meditate? And I looked into the statistics, and actually I was surprised. I thought this number is bigger. I thought the number of people who do it constantly more than 10%, but actually worldwide it's only 6%. I'm among the people, among these 5, let's say on average 5% of people who meditate regularly, every day, several times a day. I meditated today 4 times, on a walk, moving, with closed eyes, with open eyes, short meditation, longer meditation. And this is what I want to show you today. How to structure your own meditation according to your own needs, right? So also I would love if you share with me in your chat, on the chat, if you don't meditate, why you don't meditate. This helps me to give you some tips. Okay, before we go into the structure and dynamic meditation, what Jose Silva, Silva Method, and Laura Silva we are talking about in Silva Method, let's take a look at the general benefits of meditation. Again, for example, you don't know why you want to meditate. Maybe those benefits will be a good attractor for you to start doing that, even 5 minutes a day. And again, I will show you how to meditate on your own 5 minutes a day. It slows aging process. Everyone wants to stop aging, and this is it's a free tool. We call it free tool. 5 minutes a day will help you. Of course, it's not reverse you to 20 years, 30 years, but it really slows down how you look. Look at Laura Silva. She's 72, gonna be in June 72, running 7 miles every day, looking fabulous. Of course, that's a meditation remedy, so I recommend it. I won't go through all benefits, but let's go through some basic, let's say main benefits. Reduce stress. If you have stressed work, stressed relationship, meditation can help you with that. Reduces anxiety. So many people are using tablets or medicine for anxiety. This is your free remedy for anxiety. What healing supports your healing, supports your immune system, increases energy, strength, motivation, lowers cholesterol levels. I would take that medicine every day. So if you don't, why? Tell me why you don't meditate. Yes, thank you for being so active. I will actually cover your questions a bit later. Thank you so much for asking questions. So before we go into 5 minutes meditation, I will explain you the structure. Let me talk about misconceptions about meditation, because once we cover those misconceptions, it will be easier for you to be prepared for the meditation. And if everything goes well, we do short practice at the end. So, misconception number 1, you have to clear your mind. And no, you don't have. It's a passive meditation when you aim to stop all your thoughts. In Silva Method, in dynamic meditation, we don't clear our mind or stop our thoughts, but we take control of our thoughts. We choose thoughts which are supportive. And I saw the question about negative thoughts. I will answer it later, but during that webinar, you will hear already some ideas what to do. Your negative thoughts, of course, create your negative expectation. They harm your body, your health, and it's your, let's say, sometimes I will search for an English word. Sorry about that. I will improve my English for sure with practice. It's in your interest to start stopping your thoughts. Do not go, because every negative or any thought creates image in your brain. Even if you don't imagine it, it imprints on your brain cells, and it actually shows later in your life on the things you choose, on the words you tell, on things even you eat, on partners you choose, on many things. It all starts from their thoughts. So the idea of meditation is not to clear your mind completely, but to be aware of your thoughts and guide your thoughts to where you want to become or what you want to achieve. So you guide your thoughts toward your goals. We will talk about that a bit later. So misconception number 2, and again, if you have any of those misconceptions, I would love if you share with me in the chat. Meditation takes a lot of time. Yes, we have in Silva method, we have meditations which are 30 minutes long, which are 1 hour long, but they have particular purpose. Those long meditations mostly used for healing, for deep healing, especially for people who have chronic diseases or maybe tumor, or maybe they're recovering from surgery or from severe disease. Most people need 5-10 minutes twice a day, and that is enough. And your meditation can even be 1 minute. And I will show today the structure, how to meditate 1 minute without any audio, without any guidance, on your own. And again, my idea is Silva Method. Meditation is not talk. You can read about that, you can listen about that, but only to get benefits. What we were covering before and what I will show you later is only by practicing. And even 1-2 minutes, if you start practicing and you tell me, okay, 2 minutes every day, you will start notice the difference, and then you will add 2 more minutes, and then you add 2 more minutes, because you will see how you can use meditation. So 5-10 minutes, 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes after lunch. We will talk about time for meditation. Misconception number 3, you need a special place or position. This is so main question. People tell me that they have to sit in yoga position. No, in Silva Method, you can meditate walking, doing something, being active physically. Of course, not in the beginning, but you will understand how to do that while practicing. And if we are talking about place, all you need is a safe place in the beginning to close your eyes. So if you're in the environment where you cannot close your eyes, this environment doesn't work for you. If you're in an environment where maybe your children or your husband disturbs you, so I would go in the beginning into the more quiet place, but not because we need quiet place to meditate. It's for you to feel what is meditation is about. And then after that, you can meditate on the subway, in the bus, being in the car, being among other people. For me right now, I can meditate when a lot of people around and it's noisy, because I can just go inward, go inside of my thoughts and do my mental work. This is what meditation is. But in the beginning, any position where you feel comfortable crossed legs, crossed hands, like that, any position is okay for you to start with. You don't have to take any specific position to gain all benefits of the meditation. And for the place, again, sometimes I tell people, they tell me, I don't have space at work to meditate, it's so noisy. I tell people, you go to the toilet and meditate there. Why not? If you know why you want to meditate for, you will do it anywhere, right? Okay, we will talk about that a bit later as well. So any place will work where you feel safe. Please, of course, do not close your eyes when you're driving, right? If you are a driver, but you're sitting next to the driver, close your eyes, go inward, and use meditation for a specific purpose. Meditation is religious misconception number 4. And actually, if we look at Jose Silva's work, Jose Silva proved scientifically, science. Some words are very hard for me right now, so I will skip them, change them, use my free fingers to find a better word for me. So it's a science-based practice to actually train your mind, to condition your mind for the outcome you want to achieve. That's it. And meditation is very practical tool, which I always tell, it's in your pocket, and you take out the tool you need and you use meditation to access that tool. That's it. So science-based tool, which actually, what I said in the beginning, 5% of the whole population. My purpose of this work, I've been teaching Silva in Russia for about 6 years, being as an instructor, and now my purpose is to talk more about meditation, dynamic meditation, Silva tools, Silva techniques, give you different perspective of my own experience so more people can understand that and meditate. And misconception number 5, if your mind wanders, you're doing it wrong. Again, back to the first misconception. You don't have to clear your mind. You don't have to stop your thoughts, but you take control or you practice. And it's okay. We are not robots. It's okay if you work on specific goal and then some thought comes. Sometimes that's important thought. Sometimes it's just lack of practice. So you focus again back on what you're doing. And if you need, you come back to that thought later. I always tell people, imagine your thought, like talk to your thought, tell her, thanks for coming. I will think you a bit later. Right now, I'm working on something else more important. I'm controlling my thoughts. I'm controlling my mind. I'm controlling my brain. And only then I'm controlling my life and the reality which is in my life. So now, misconceptions about meditation. Now let's understand. Before we talk about meditation, we need to understand how our brain works. And this is where Jose Silva put so much energy, 22 years of research, how our brain, mind, body works and how we can benefit from knowing how it works. And all we need to know, our brain consists of neurons pulse to communicate with each other. I'm telling it very simple, how I understand that. I don't need to understand it deeper to get benefits of meditation. So our neurons pulse on a specific frequency, which is called brain frequency. And depending what we are doing, this brain frequency will be different. So, for example, if you're reading right now slides, you have focused vision, your brain frequency is beta, which is 14 to 20 hertz. If your eyes are open, if you're active doing something, your brain frequency is better. This is all you need to know. But once you a little bit relax, kind of daydreaming, maybe you're listening to me and you're not reading slides, you're not watching me, you're daydreaming or you closed your eyes, your brain automatically, you don't have to do anything. This is the function of your brain. It does it automatically. It slows down the frequency, brain frequency to alpha level, 714 hertz. And this is the alpha level the magic alpha level which everyone wants to achieve, and no one knows how to enter alpha level. All you need to do to enter alpha level is close your eyes and be in that calm, relaxed state. Not relaxed state when you're like, no, calm, relax. Several breaths in, out. Calm your thoughts, calm your mind, and that's it. You're at alpha. And this is where all the magic happens, at alpha level. And every person, let's say, each of us experiencing alpha level, alpha brain frequency when we go to sleep. What we do when we enter sleep? We lie down, we close our eyes, we take several deep breaths in, out, our brain frequency lowers to alpha, and then we fall asleep, and then our brain frequency lowers to theta, delta, and then it goes through cycle. Each dream cycle has our brain works on different frequency. So if we, let's say, if we talk about every person, each of you knows how to enter alpha level. Each of you enters alpha level many times a minute even. Your brain goes beta, alpha, beta, alpha, beta, alpha automatically. You don't need to do anything. But our idea is to learn how to enter alpha level consciously and do the mental work which is best for. So, what discovered Jose? Several facts about Jose just to understand meditation. Jose Silva discovered that you can consciously, because like I said, your brain automatically lowers brain frequency, then increases, lowers, increases, depending you're sleeping, deep sleep, you're daydreaming, or you're dreaming, depending on that, or you're acting, or you're reading, your brain regulates your brain frequency. But you can actually manage your brain frequency by closing your eyes, relaxing your body, relaxing your mind, and stay awake. This is most important. Most people fall asleep at alpha, or we all enter alpha when we go to sleep. So alpha is nothing magic, let's say magic in a sense of religious or something weird. Everyone enters, everyone's brain operates on alpha brain frequency. The only thing, do you aware of that frequency, of that state, and what you do while you are in that state? So Jose Silva discovered that you can stay awake at the alpha and even theta, very slow brain frequency. And we are not talking about theta levels today because they're mostly used for healing process, for healing your emotional traumas. Maybe we do next webinar on that topic. Today, it's basically practical meditation, which everyone can do at least once a day. Now, when you awake during the calm state, you actually access your subconscious. And we know that many things in our life, our habits, our thoughts, our beliefs, our actions are run by subconscious. So how do we change it? Not with willpower. We actually access our subconscious while we are at alpha state, and we it's not anymore subconscious. It becomes our inner consciousness, inner awareness, and we change our habits, we change our actions, we change our thoughts, we change what we want to change in our life. The another discovery what Jose Silva got is that alpha brain frequency is the best for mental activity, for any mental work you need to do, decision, maybe to get answer, maybe to come up with some ideas. It's ideal when you go to alpha and then you think about that. So best for acting, doing something, better frequency. For thinking, solving, creating, alpha. And then while you're at alpha, you activate your intuition. And then, of course, Jose Silva, in Silva Life System, he created number of techniques. Again, we can cover those techniques while Jose Silva created them. But today we're talking basically about meditation. Again, what happens when you go to alpha state? You activate your mind. We were talking about our brain frequency, the organ which can be measured, and you can measure brain frequency by electroencephalograph. Connect electrodes to your head, and then you can see what is the frequency of your brain at the moment, depending on the activity you're doing. But there's another part of our being, is our mind, which you cannot touch, smell, see, but your mind is the tool which can, I always tell, this is your never sleeping helper who can help you solve any kind of problems. And you get access, or you get potential of your mind while you're using your while you are entering alpha level and staying there consciously. So this is the doorway to the power of your mind. It's not just words. Again, but for getting this power, you need first to learn how to stay awake at alpha. So now what happens when you're awake in a relaxed body, mind state? Like I said before, your brain automatically lowers brain frequency to alpha. Nothing else you need to do. And then what you can do there? You can create any project, think about ideas. If there's some, maybe you have creative work where you creative job at work, you can create project there. Maybe you can draw something or think about something. You can think about, let's say you need to make a decision. So this is the best place to make decision, to solve problems. If you have problem, if you want to heal yourself, and etc. So there's so many things you can actually do while you're at alpha. Now, you will see this suggestion in almost every book. I have around 10 books in Russian of Silva Method, and I have only one of Jose Silva biography. That's why I have it in back in English. But this practice, how to practice entering alpha level, is amazing. And again, if you trust the process, trust the person who 22 years of his life put into the research, and then another 50 years of spreading the world about your mind, about your power, inner power, about your brain frequencies for another 50 years. If you trust the process, if you trust the expertise of Jose and follow that simple practice, which requires only 40 days. So today is 21st of April. You will finish that practice by the end of May. And I tell you, looking back at that date, you will see difference in yourself. And any difference in your reality, in your world, starts from you, from when you start think differently, then you act differently, then you create your reality. So, simple practice to enter alpha level. Close your eyes and do the simple countdown from 100 to 1 for 10 days. Nothing else. You can imagine numbers or not. It depends on you. If you're visual, you can see the numbers. You can, sometimes people, I cannot see. I always tell, draw them. Draw them with imagined hand or with your nose. 100. Everyone saw 100 so many times. Just imagine or just tell it. Just pronounce 100. That's it. 99. We can do that practice at the end. So everyone in one field we can practice alpha level. Simple countdown 100 to 1 with closed eyes. I still do that countdown. I love countdown 100 to 1. It takes me about 6 minutes. And someone asked, what do I do for 5 minutes? How do I meditate for 5 minutes? This is what you do. And if any thought comes, you just release it. You can tell her, I come back to you later. I'm doing countdown. And again, this is only to practice to enter alpha level. And then you gain all the benefits what we were talking in the beginning. Just from that state, your body starts to heal. You release emotional stress, physical stress. Your body relaxes. Your mind relaxes. You get 6 minutes of rest from your continuous thinking, only doing countdown. And again, you have nothing to lose to try that practice, which is suggested by Jose Silva. 10 days countdown 100 to 1, then countdown 50 to 1 for another 10 days, then countdown from 21 to 1, and then 10 to 1 for 10 days. That's it for 40 days to practice alpha level. So, what we were talking before, just relaxing, just clearing your mind, thinking nothing, or maybe watching the fire, the candle, or some object. This is the passive meditation, when you don't engage your mental activity or your thoughts. Again, it's a different part. You have ongoing thoughts and you cannot relax your mind, or you relax your mind and you stay in that state. And then another option, you actually choose your thought and you start to engage or work or think or create something what you need. So passive meditation, when you try to clear your mind, this is passive meditation. But dynamic meditation by Silva Method is going within, and this is what you're going to learn from countdowns. How is it for you to go within? Right now, I just went within. This is how I do it. And it's a subjective experience. It's so hard to explain it. That's why I tell everyone, you have to practice it. I don't see muscles if I go once to the gym. Any new skill, give me piano. I won't play in one lesson. I need to practice it. Same with meditation. And again, 10 days, simple countdown, 100 to 1, and you see the difference in your focus, in your mental clarity, in your emotions, in your energy, in your motivation, and then this opens the door to continue that work. And then you add something else, and then you add something else. So dynamic meditation is going within and using that inner state with a specific purpose. And then Jose Silva defined our purpose is to solve problems. People afraid of problems. But Jose Silva said, and his message was, we are here on the planet Earth to solve problems, to help myself and others to solve problems. This is our purpose. When we understand that this is our purpose and we have the tools how to solve those problems effectively, we are not afraid of anything in our life, because we just have powerful helper, our mind, our intuition, our high guidance, and this is all. The doorway to that is alpha. The doorway to that is meditation. The doorway to that is daily practice. And again, I can buy access to gym and go once a year. Will I see results? Probably not. I can follow some dietary recommendations once a year. Will I see results? No. It's the same with meditation. So again, now we are learning to enter that state, and then what we can do there. This is the best part. What we can do while we know how to enter and stay awake and quiet my mind and give my body relaxation, and my body starts all the healing process while I'm in that state. So what you can work on your emotional healing. You can work with your inner child. Again, today I will give you examples. For the next sessions, we can choose, for example, how to work on physical healing or emotional healing or problem solving. You can do anything there. And Jose Silva created techniques or tools. For example, today I used energy technique to feel more energized, because I woke up really early today, I exercised today, I jogged today. So towards the end, it's 7 p.m. here in my country. I actually live in Estonia in Europe, so we have with many of you time difference, quite a difference. I use that technique to energize myself. I use technique to clear my mind. I use technique to focus on the message I want to deliver today. So what you can do, you can program your day. You can work on forgiveness, which is very often obstacle to healing or obstacle to achieving what you want. You can program your goals. One of the best techniques for that is mirror of the mind. Again, we can talk about particular technique for particular goal next sessions. You can make a decision, choose the best decision for you. If you have bad relationship, you can work on relationship. So reduce pain even. You can work on reducing your headache or reducing your pain. Any work can be done at that state. Now, how to meditate? Entering alpha level is meditation. How to enter alpha level or how to meditate once you do all your countdown. What to do next? You know already that state. You practice it. Your mind, brain, body knows that state. You are awake. That's good. Now, to meditate, all you need is 4 components. Entry. And for entry, we close our eyes. Inhale, exhale 2-3 times. Then we can use countdown 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. We practiced that before. 100 to 1, 50 to 1, 25 to 1, 10 to 1. Now we need only 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1. Your mind knows, we're doing some mental work. Okay, I'm focused. What we gonna do? Then you can do deepening just to sharpen your focus. And you can do countdown. You can relax your body and give your body additional benefit of relaxation. So you do deepening with, and if we talk about entry, you can enter meditation different ways, the way you like, with just inhale, exhale, or 3-2-1 method, or just close your eyes. If you like that way, it's okay. I like, for example, sometimes when I have time, I do long countdown because I love it. I like it. I see the benefits. Then you do deepening again. Just deepen your state 10-1. It's kind of you sharpen a little bit the focus. And then this is the third component, programming, or we call it mental work. And this is the purpose why you're meditating. That's why I asked you before, what do you want to meditate for? Why? Why do you want to learn to meditate? Do you want to improve your relationship? This is the part where you work on that. You want to improve your increase your income. This is the part where you work on that. You want to reduce weight. This is the part where you work on that. So depending on the purpose you are meditating for, this is in the third component, this is what you do as your mental work. You program your goals with mirror of the mind. And I can see chat moves. I will finish my slides and then I take a look. We have Q&A session as well. I have several questions from you. I just don't want to interrupt for the chat. If you have any questions, I will come back and I will explain. And after you finish with your mental work, you exit meditation. And you can exit meditation different ways. You can fall asleep. This is exiting the meditation because you're exiting alpha level, going to theta level or delta level, falling asleep. Your brain will lower brain frequency and you will fall asleep. Or you can open your eyes. Or you can count from 1 to 3, 1 to 5 and tell yourself, I call it intention. Set the intention for your exiting. We will talk about that a little bit later. Or you can blink if you meditate with open eyes. And that's next level of meditation. Again, do not rush. I want you to show that everyone can meditate, that meditation can be injected in our daily life. Then thanks to meditation, you enter alpha state where you're more effective to create, to solve problems, to heal yourself. And then to that you add next level. You meditate while you're moving with open eyes, so slowly. It's like when you learn, car. You start slowly moving, then you go far away, then you, maybe start racing or something else. But it's a process. Trust the process. Now, again, to gain or to, to get the most of your mind, which has no limits in time, in space, can find you any information. You actually search solutions and with your mind. You give task to your mind, and while you're sleeping, your mind is working on the problem or task you gave him. 5 things you need to remember, what to practice, let's say. Again, do not skip those things to get the most of your mind. Learn and set the points of reference. It's number 4 here, but again, to combine. Every time you do the countdown, even first 10 days, you will feel a little bit different. Your body will feel a little bit different. Your mind will start quiet. That's the point of reference for you with the practice. Every time something works for you, this is the point of reference for you. The Silva technique worked, or I feel lighter, or I feel more energized, or I feel more clear, or I feel more focused. This is all points of reference. So learn how to relax your mind and body with practice. Learn focus and concentration. Again, that's the very important ability for us to succeed in our life. I think for anything, if you focused on concentrated, you have ability to solve anything more effectively. And again, what do you do when you do countdown? Your body relaxes, your mind relaxes, and you focused and concentrated on one task. Your only task for that 6 minutes, 5 minutes, maybe it's gonna be 4 for you, is focus on a countdown, nothing else. And you do it, and you develop your focus and concentration, just bringing your focus back. You count 199 and you wonder, and you come, you bring your focus back. 98, 97, again wonders, you bring it back. And next day you will be able to count until 90 without any thought, and then your mind again wanders and you bring it back. And this is your point of reference. Every time your focus and concentration improves. Then to solve problems, we use imagination and visualization, because you detect problem with your visualization. And example, you are single and you imagine yourself single. You know how you feel single, how you see yourself single. This is visualization, not visualization. You detect the problem, and then you use imagination to create you in a loving, supporting relationship. How you're gonna feel, what are you gonna hear, where you gonna go with your partner. This is imagination. That's it. It's very simple. Use visualization to detect the problem. Use visualization to solve the problem. And Jose Silva always, what most people do, they concentrate on problems, on bad things, news. I don't know if any of you reads news. I don't read news for many years. I stopped. All important news reach me. I didn't lose anything in my life. I just feel more happier and lighter without news. I program myself with the information I want and I choose and beneficial for me. So most people concentrate on problems and they think about problems. Oh, I have no money. Oh, everything is bad. Oh, my manager is bad. Oh, something, my job, I hate my job. But we offer you to concentrate on solution. What do you want? Do you want better job? You create that image first, because your mind, brain, body get the your task. Oh, okay, this is what you actually want. Okay, let's create it. It's not gonna happen overnight. You will need to do some physical work because we live in a physical environment. But more you think about what you want, more you activate your imagination, more you focus on that, the better, the faster you will get the results. And your mind will give you ideas how to get there. Points of reference, I mentioned that before. Every time you feel differently, you achieved something, this is the point of reference for you, for your mind, how you use your mind. What is the inner state for you? What does it mean going within? What does it mean for you? It's a very subjective experience. It's very hard to explain it. And of course, positive programming, which is part of visualization, of outcome, positive outcome. Someone told me or asked how to get rid. Repeat again and again positive programs, positive things, positive. That's why we need to have goals in our lives. What do you want to achieve? Where you wanna be? And you constantly repeat it. You program it into your subconscious. And then subconscious rules our life. This is how you change your life. Okay, now we are almost finishing towards the end with my slides and with what I wanted to cover today. So now the question is what to do, right? How often to meditate and when is the best time to meditate? And this is the mantra we tell in Silva Method, that 5 minutes a day is good. And this is, most people get stuck. What do I do for 5 minutes? I will show you what you can do for 5 minutes. 10 minutes is very good. 15 minutes is excellent. Once a day is good. Twice a day is very good. 3 times a day, excellent. So, the best time for meditation is morning after you woke up, after lunch, midday, or evening before you fall asleep, before you enter sleep. What is the best time for you depends on your work, on your environment at home. Maybe you have small children and you cannot meditate in the morning because you have to, or something else. So you have to find the best time and duration for yourself. If you start to aim for 5 minutes a day, you will see the difference. And then I always tell people, start with 5 minutes. Most people aim for 30 minutes and then they drop it because it's hard to inject 30 minutes into each day, especially in the beginning. But the funny thing is, it's not the more. I don't think 6 hours of meditation. Anyway, I don't want to... People are different. If it serves the purpose, why not? You start with 5 minutes and you gain 1 hour extra time. People always lack time, but that's the magic of alpha level of focus, concentration. This is what you gain. You actually start noticing that you have more free time because you are more effective at things what you do, or some things which were just wasting your time, you don't do anymore because you condition your mind for, let's say, for constructive thoughts and constructive actions while you're at alpha. So I always tell people, start with 5 minutes a day. Make it solid on a daily basis, and then you can add another 5, and then another 5, and then another 5. And then it can be 5 minutes 3 times, and then maybe your morning meditation will be longer again. Sometimes we wake up and we have something early and important. We have 1 minute only to meditate. It's better than nothing. And sometimes I have free morning. I can meditate 15 minutes, for example. So, morning meditation, I want you to give structure, ideas, what to do. And the idea is, first of all, there is no ideal meditation for everyone. I talk about audios, right? Audio meditation. Because we're all different. We want longer relax, or maybe we want longer part for mental work. So don't get me wrong, audios are good. I use audios as well, but you can meditate on your own depending how much time you have. So 1 to 3 minutes in the morning. When you open your eyes, if you don't need to go to the toilet, you can just close your eyes. Again, if you're afraid to fall asleep, sit down. Maybe you go to I have a chair next to to my bed. Maybe you can go there. Close your eyes and intentionally go to alpha level. Take several deep breaths. Do the countdown and just think about your day. How you wanna your day go? How you wanna feel? What are you gonna do? Imagine yourself doing everything what you planned for. And it can take 1 to 3 minutes. If you have important meeting, think about that important meeting. Program for success. Just imagine. And this is where imagination comes. Imagine that everything goes well. And then open your eyes. Or do the count from 1 to 3 with the intention. I will count from 1 to 3 and I will feel healthy or energized or in a good mood or something else. Just set the intention while doing that countdown. If you have a little bit more more time, you can do the gratitude. For example, tell 3 things you're grateful for. It helps your brain and mind to focus during your day on good things, on things you like when you express your gratitude intentionally. And then think about your day. Or think longer about your day. Go hour by hour. If there's several important things, spend more time on each of them. Entry, deepening, exit, same. The only difference is the programming, depending how much time you have. 10 minutes. Do the in the programming part. Do the gratitude. Just tell things you are grateful for. 1, 2, 3, 5. Send healing energy to someone who needs that. If you need healing energy, if you're ill, send healing energy to yourself. The way you imagine it. Just imagine some kind of healing light. Imagine yourself feeling with that light. Imagine yourself feeling better. Or you can imagine another person. Again, you can do any mental work, depends on your need. And then think about your day. So you can do several things during meditation and exit. Open your eyes or do the countdown. Count 1 to 5. You have 15 minutes. You can do longer programming part. Again, you can work on one part, only, for example, healing yourself. Or you can program your goal. You want something and you imagine yourself achieving it. All senses. Again, let's talk about that a little bit later in the next session. If you will be interested, we talk about visualization and imagination for different purposes. But right now I'm giving you structure. So gratitude. You can add emotional healing. For example, you have a bad relationship with someone. Forgive that person or forgive yourself. Do the emotional healing. It's very important for us. You will know what to do depending on your day. Program your goal. Set the intention for your day. Think about your day. Open your eyes. Move with your day. This is our structure for 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes of meditation. Daytime meditation. For example, you work in the office. You go with your colleagues for the lunch. You come back from lunch. You sit at your desk. Just close your eyes. If it's okay, if your colleagues will be weird, do it in the place where you can do that for 1 minute. Just do the countdown from 10 to 1. And for example, set the intention to finish work on time. Or find the mistake in your work, or find the solution, or create the project. Imagine the work, what you're doing, open your eyes and do it. 1 minute. It's better than nothing. You have 5 minutes, work on your goal. If you have 5 minutes, work on maybe you have a meeting or a project, work longer. Again, you can regulate duration of that programming part. But the most important, know the purpose while you're doing that meditation and follow that purpose. Stay focused, stay concentrated. Do not let your mind wander. Do not let yourself to fall asleep. Stay awake. Train yourself to stay awake, go within, work on the purpose you want, go out, do the work in better world. Again, in and out, in and out. Evening meditation. Everyone has 1 minute before they fall asleep. Some people tell lucky people who just lie down on the pillow and fall asleep. Well, you can do it while you falling asleep. Just do the countdown, 10 to 1. It again launches physical relaxation, launches mental relaxation. Again, you train your mind, brain, body to enter that level. You tell yourself, tell the intention, for example, I will fall asleep and wake up in the morning healthy or energized or something else, what you need. Or if you have time, just think about good things happen to you and fall asleep. Let's say, controlling that process. Falling asleep. 5 minutes. Think about your day, what good things happened, and maybe you need to heal yourself. Heal yourself. If something happened bad, for example, that's gonna be next part. For example, something bad happened. Maybe you had some problems with someone. You can work on forgiveness. Think about that person. Ask him to forgive you. Maybe you were too emotional. Forgive yourself. And then from that state, fall asleep. It's like every evening you can reset your state. And that's the best way to fall asleep from meditation, actually. And you will find the best time for each of the parts. For example, maybe at the evening you only want to do countdown or relax, do the long relax. For example, I don't really like to program my goals at evening because I get very, engaged. I wake up when I program. That's why I like to program my goals during the day. But I learned that for myself while practicing. I really love in the morning to think about my day, to set intention for all my being, all things. I really like about that. I work on my goals at daytime, and evening I mostly do long relax. If something happened, then I do that emotional healing at the end of the day, or I usually do it straight after if I have time. Problem correction. So again, I think the best meditation for evening is long relax. We have recordings by Laura Silva. It's called centering exercise or long relax. It lasts for 30 minutes, but you don't have to listen to whole meditation. You can put it audio on and fall asleep. And I will usually tell, this is the only meditation you can allow yourself to fall asleep, because the purpose of that meditation is to relax fully and go into the deep, healthy sleep. And that's it. Questions? Now I can read chat, and I hope you could understand me. Hello, Poland. Okay, now we have questions. Welcome, thank you. 5 minutes a day. 5 minutes. Again, To train, you need to train. Question is, it takes me 20 minutes to settle my brain. You need to train your mind, your brain, your body. It's a training process, like with every new skill. So do not rush right now. I gave you the structure for meditation. Right now, follow the simple guidance from Jose. Do the countdown for 10 days. And then do 5 minutes meditation. Like I said, close your eyes, just count down, for example, from 10 to 1, and work on your day or on something else, and open your eyes. You have to train your brain, mind, brain, body. Oh, thank you for Brazil. Is there a time to do this? Yes, I think I answered that. Morning is good time, but again, this is a recommendation. We all different. We have different lifestyles. We have different families, work. Someone works in shifts. Find your best time. You will know that it's working for you because you will feel differently. You will emotionally, physically, lighter, but you have to give it a chance. And I really want people who listen to me right now to give me the promise. For example, give it a chance. If you never meditated before, or if you are searching for different types of meditation, do the simple countdown 100 to 1 for 10 days. Who can do that? Please tell me that you promise to do that, and we can speak in 10 days during the next live session, and you share with me your experience. Problems are lessons we need. Again, not necessarily. I don't believe that there are lessons. Jose Silva believed that we are here to create a paradise, and to create a paradise, we just solve problems. So if you reframe it, you change it, and it's gonna be different reality for you. Benefits, best regards from Greece. Thank you. Okay, if you have any questions, I will be happy to answer them. Right now you can see 2 questions which I received beforehand from Faris. I'm not sure if I'm in alpha while entering the alpha 3 to 1 method. You are, Faris, you are. Your brain automatically operates on alpha frequency, so you're all good, and just continue doing that. You will feel the difference. So again, I know that one should practice more. It's not about practice more. It's more about being consistent. Again, set intention. I meditate 5 minutes a day. That's it. That's enough. And then you add another 5 minutes. Start doing countdown and add long relax at evening, 30 minutes. It's amazing. Maybe we do next live session and we only talk about long relax, because this is an amazing tool. Actually, it's people underestimate long relax because it's too long. So any suggestions or quicks? We all want quick results. But again, we need to gain practice to get those results. So 5 minutes with the countdown, or just relaxation. Set the alarm. If you only have 5 minutes, you have 10 minutes. Do the 10 minutes. And then what is your goal? What do you want to use meditation for? For healing, for improving relationship, for getting a new job, increasing your outcome, for getting more customers. What is your goal? And then work on that. And again, that's another topic of our webinar, how to adapt, how to correct your actions. I hope I helped answered Faris. And then another question from Amy. I think Amy was attending a webinar, asked the same question. Focusing on positive success thoughts. Again, who is controlling your thoughts? Thoughts controlling you, or you are controlling your thoughts? It's just the pattern that you created, the pattern of negative thoughts, negative loop, and it's in your power to break that pattern. So just tell yourself, every time, that's called mental house cleaning technique. Every time you think a negative thought, again, your negative thought harms your body physically, emotionally, harms your life. So this is your choice at that moment. This is the weed on your beautiful green grass. I want to take it out. Cancel it. Just tell, cancel negative thought, exchange it with positive. Negative thought, cancel, positive thought. Negative thought, cancel, only by focus and control. Again, you create your reality with your mind, with your brain, with your actions, with your body. You want to change and get more money, improve your business, change your negative thoughts. It might take, you think it takes too long? No, but you have to be consistent. No negative thoughts. And again, you do it 100 times one day, 70 times next day, 50 times third day, and it's gonna be less negative thoughts. And then you will do positive programming. While you're driving to work, you will tell positive mantras to yourself. I'm successful, I'm beautiful, I'm young. This is what I do when I in the morning routine. This is what I tell myself. Not like, oh, I'm old and all wrinkled. No, I tell myself beautiful and young and energized. And this is the thoughts I cultivate while I'm jogging, while I'm exercising, while I'm walking, while I'm working as well. So you will see how easy it is actually when you start the process. So I think you will be good. Okay, now do you want to do countdown together under my guidance? So I guide you from 100 to 1. If yes, just tell me in the chat. That's it for now. If you only want to do the спасибо. Super. Only if you want to do countdown meditation practice together, just a simple countdown. We can actually time. I know it's 1 hour 15 minutes. I usually yes. Okay. Who can stays for the meditation practice and feel the difference. So what I do, I won't use any music. I have birds singing. Maybe you will hear it, maybe not. All you need to do, meditation, what works, where to start, is close your eyes and do the simple countdown. I will guide you. If you can imagine numbers, good. If not, it is okay. Just repeat them with me. 100. 99. If any thought comes, come back to my thought and repeat again number you hear. Again, practice focus, practice concentration, and let's see how long it's gonna stay. I will set timer and just so I can tell you how long it take, and you after that share with me if you felt any different after that. Okay, so let's do that. Close your beautiful eyes And just make several deep breaths. Deep breathe in and out. Right now I will do countdown from 100 to 1. You just mentally repeat numbers after me. If you can visualize them on, it's okay. I mean, you can visualize them as well. 100, 99, 98, 97. Continue, breathe in and out slowly. 96, 95, 94, 93, 92. Breathe in and out slowly. 91, 90. If any thought comes, just bring your focus back to the numbers. 89, 88, 87, 86, 85, 84, 83, 82, 81, 80. Continue, breathe in and out slowly. Bring your focus back to the numbers. 79, 78. Release all thoughts. 77, 76, 75, 74, 73, 72, 71, 70, 69, 68, 67, 66, 65. Release all thoughts. 64. Hear my voice. 63. Relax and go deeper. 62, 61, 60, 59, 58, 57, 56, 55, 54, 53, 52, 51, 50. Relax and go deeper. 49, 48, 47, 46, 45, 44, 43, 42, 41, 40. Feel how relaxed you are. 39, 38, 37, 36, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31, 30. Focus on numbers and my voice. 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just allow yourself to be in that relaxed state. Feel how your body is relaxed and your mind is relaxed. And tell yourself, every time when I relax that way, I enter deeper, healthier state of mind. In a moment, I will count from 1 to 5. On number 5, you open your eyes and you will feel better than before, healthier, lighter, more energized. 1, 2, 3. On a count of 5, you open your eyes and you will feel yourself very happy. 4, 5. Open your eyes and smile and tell yourself that you feel better than before. So, our practice was lasting 9 minutes. And it was lasting 9 minutes because I was guiding you and adding some extra words. When you will do it on your own, probably it will take you will find your own rhythm, how fast you want to do that. Again, your idea is just to relax your body and mind while you do that countdown, yes, from 100 to 1. If you can share with me. Oh, thank you, Amy. That was wonderful. Yes. Okay, this is your takeaway from today's session. Please do that countdown for next 10 days and you can share on my Instagram or Telegram how you feel, what changes, and probably in 2 weeks we're gonna meet for another session and do another practice, okay? And thank you so much for, oh, Odzi, I'm so happy to see you also here. Okay, that was my first ever webinar, and I would be really happy if you give me some feedback, if you share a takeaway, maybe you give ideas what next session can be, what can be useful for you. I'm here to serve you, help you. I'm here for you. And thank you so much. Please practice. Meditation is easy practice, and you only will understand that when you do it on a regular basis. That's it for now. Thank you so much, and till next time. Bye.